Who really owns the world? If we were to look for an answer, we might find some clues in the Swiss town of Davos. Once a year, a small mountain town becomes the meeting place for some of the world's most influential figures. These aren't just the wealthy, but individuals and organizations that hold substantial sway in the global economy. From the titans of industry who control vast swaths of global commerce, to the policymakers who can shape the economic future of entire continents, these individuals gather in Davos to discuss, debate, and decide. They are the power players, the ones who can influence world events with a single decision. Consider the magnates, their fortunes tied to the ebbs and flows of global markets, their decisions impacting millions. Think about the policymakers, their choices dictating the course of nations. Their influence is immense, their power palpable, and yet their identities remain largely unknown to the general public. They are the unseen hands that guide the course of our world, their decisions echoing across continents, shaping economies, influencing politics, and altering the fate of nations. The decisions made in Davos reverberate around the world. Every year the world's power players gather in Davos, Switzerland. This snowy enclave plays host to the World Economic Forum, a meeting place for the globe's movers and shakers. Established in 1971, the forum provides a platform for leaders in politics, business, and society to discuss and strategize about pressing global issues. The Davos meeting has a rich history of fostering dialogue on a vast range of topics. Key issues that often take center stage include economic policy, climate change, and global security. From the European fertilizer shortage and its impact on food security, to the volatile geopolitical tensions between Russia and Ukraine, these discussions are far from theoretical. They have real-world implications that ripple out far beyond the Swiss Alps. Economic policy decisions made in Davos can change the trajectory of global markets. Consider the Ukrainian billionaires, their fortunes on the line, aligning their business interests with their country's security in the face of conflict. Or the discussions around climate change, which can catalyze policy shifts and influence investment trends in renewable energy worldwide. Global security discussions, on the other hand, offer a space for dialogue on international tensions and conflicts. The outcomes can shape alliances, impact peace negotiations, and even determine the direction of military spending. But it's not just the big-ticket items. The Davos meeting is also a space for dialogue on social issues, from gender equality to global health, driving forward the agenda for change on these critical fronts. The outcomes of these discussions shape the world in ways we cannot always predict. From the fields of Europe to the front lines in Ukraine, from Wall Street trading floors to the wind farms of the North Sea, the echoes of Davos are felt around the globe. It's a reminder that in our interconnected world, the decisions of a few can have profound implications for the many. In a world fraught with crises, the conversations at Davos are more important than ever. Tensions are high and the stakes even higher. A testament to this is the escalating conflict in Ukraine. Billionaires once on the run are now back in the fray, rallying to support their homeland. Assets are at risk, yes, but it seems the call of national duty rings louder. This unity in adversity is a subject of much discussion at Davos, offering lessons in resilience and solidarity. Simultaneously, Europe is grappling with a deep recession. The energy crisis has sparked a domino effect, reaching into the food industry. Fertilizer shortages, a byproduct of soaring natural gas prices, are exacerbating the situation. This has thrown the European agriculture market into uncertainty, and the ripples of this crisis are felt across the globe. The Davos stage is abuzz with talks on sustainable solutions and policy changes to navigate these choppy waters. And then we have the climate crisis. A beast of our own making, it's a topic that's been at the forefront of Davos for years. The world's elite are tasked with the monumental responsibility of steering us away from the brink of ecological disaster. The discussions here are not just about survival, but about creating a sustainable future for generations to come. In the midst of these crises, the decisions made at Davos carry an immense weight. The world's movers and shakers are not just debating on policies and strategies, but on the very future of our planet. The world watches and waits as the decisions made in Davos unfold. With great power comes great responsibility. The adage may be as old as time, but it's never been more relevant than today. The individuals and organizations meeting at Davos wield an immense amount of power. Their decisions ripple out, creating waves that can either lift up or drown the global community. The responsibility that comes with this power is not a light one. It's a weight that should be carried with an understanding of its potential to create or destroy. And it's a responsibility that should be exercised with the utmost care, considering not only the immediate effects, but also the long-term impacts. They have the ability to shape economies, influence policies, and determine the course of industries. But with this power, they also have a duty to ensure that their actions benefit the many, not just the few. They must consider the global impacts of their decisions, understanding that their choices can either exacerbate or alleviate the pressing issues of our time. They have the power to address the challenges we face, from the food crisis in Europe to the conflict in Ukraine and beyond. They have the power to create a world that is more equitable, more sustainable, and more just. But they must also have the will to use this power for the common good. The world is owned by those who shape it, but who shapes the world? The answer, it seems, lies in Davos.